Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you now, and I can see you. Yay! Oh, that went a little loud. Say that again.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. Oh my God, I'm so happy to have you with us.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yay! And so you are where? And are you in your studio? This is really
You're at the Jooltool headquarters.
nice. And would you like to tell us about yourself?
Sure. I am starting. Okay, I'm Anie, the inventor of the Jooltool that helps you finish all your metal clay pieces in a jiffy and give you that professional looking finish. My background is, of course, my dad is a master jeweler. He had 4 daughters. I was the daughter that was the boy. So I went always to work and I became a jeweler. And I realized it's really difficult to do everything by hand, a stick, or a little tiny little flex shaft. You don't get really perfect finishes, and it takes time working on a tiny little thing, especially if your piece is like this big. That takes a minute. So that's how the Jooltool was born.
That is exciting. So tell us about the Jooltool.
Let's go do it. Okay.
Yes.
I have some great pieces that I would love to show how to finish them. I'm not going to talk too much. I'll describe to you guys the steps that I'm going to be doing. So, is that good? Can we start?
Oh yeah.
Good. Let's do it. Okay. So overhead cam. Okay. So right here, as you can see, I have one of your metal clay pieces. See that?
Yes.
We have the back, and then we have some smaller ones. So I can do a large one, small one, it doesn't really matter. But the objective is I want to clean all of this. So you can either leave the back mat, only polish like the raised areas. There's so many unique things you can do with the Jooltool, but either way, you're going to get a professional finish. So let's go ahead and start cleaning this bad boy up. So anytime that you have an edge that you don't really like, you can always trim it down with something that's a little bit more aggressive. This one looks like it was made by someone who knew what they were doing, so we don't need that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to grab my fine scratch eraser, and this will last an extremely long time. And so I'm going to go ahead and start working on it. So like you guys see how immediately I can start cleaning up all of those raised areas and bring it nice and even. Can you see that?
I mean, that is amazing.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to keep going. So now this is if you want to, do something like on the raised, like kind of bring up the raised areas. Now, if we want to polish into those nooks and crannies, let's say I want to polish into those nooks and crannies, I can do so, and I'm going to show you how. But first, let me go ahead and clean the sides up. Do you see that? So look at how cool this is. It'll totally give your finishes that really nice professional look. You can roll back on it, la 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 la. But like, look at that professional finish. You could try all you want with a stick and all that, but like you can use a stick like this, for example, and do that edge. Look. But it's gonna take you a while. The Jooltool is way faster. So we're just gonna zip right through. Oh yeah, women do this like in production. This really speeds things up. And that's pretty much it. So we'll do that, okay? Now, I know you're going to ask me about the back. Are you ready to ask me about the back?
Hey, what about the back?
Thank you for asking. You're so amazing. So, so now I want you to take a look at this. The back is not completely flat. You can see there's even indentations of the pattern per se. and it's just like kind of like a little bit of a swoop. So you say, well, Anie, your discs are flat. How am I going to get into all those little swoops and loops? Well, I have the scratch eraser that is soft. So this one means that it has a little bit of a squishy give to it. You see it's a little squishy. So now this will conform to all of those, uneven surfaces. See that? Right there. We're going to go ahead and get that going. So let's show you that. So I'm going to hold it right here, and you'll start to see how it'll start getting into, you see that already?
Oh my God.
I know, right? That's what we're talking about, baby.
This
This
is
is
the
the
most
amazing
amazing
invention ever,
But
ever,
it's just-
ever.
And it's nice because it'll give you that fluid finish, that really nice. Like, this cannot be achieved, I'll tell you right now. There is no way you can do this with a flex shaft because we're covering way more surface area. And so this will prevent any kind of waves from forming, if you will. And this clay is just delicious. Wow, this clay is like,
And with-
it is working with me, let me tell you.
And which
And which
clay
clay did you use for that?
There we go. Like, look at this, you guys. Oh, what's the question?
Did you use the
Is that
is that with the sterling or just with the fine silver? Do you know?
This is the paper. It's the 0.999.
Okay.
Okay, so the fine silver. Nice.
It's really beautiful. So do you see how I was able to get into those crevices? I can even do more. Now, let's say you don't want that pattern to show. You would just work this more. Do you understand? If you wanted to kind of fade away that pattern, so what this material does is it blends the metal. So let's say you kind of want to make it a little bit more faded look. You just go over it a few more times and blur it. Do you know what I mean? It's up to you, whatever, I always say whatever helps you sleep at night, whatever your design is, whatever rocks your world. There we go. And then now let's get to the polishing. So I blurred it a little bit more, if you can tell. Okay, so now we're going to flip it around and finish this. Wow, that looks even pretty just the way it is. But I'm going to show how to polish it off. So let's go ahead and move to the brushes. Now to get into these little nooks and crannies, I really recommend using the 2-inch brushes. Like, for example, this size versus like this size. You know what I mean? So the 2-inch brushes are going to be stiffer. So they're going to be able to combat like these kinds of little areas better. Versus the larger ones, yes, it'll do it, but remember that they're softer. They're a little flimsy. You can't dictate exactly where they're going to go. They kind of just spread everywhere. Whereas this, you can dictate and you can adjust them. I made this one thinner, to get into tight little spots, for example. So let's go ahead and clean this up. I'm going to use the 120 grit white, and let's go ahead and vacuum on. You can do side cam, Yara. We don't have side cam. So already you see that. This is just really beautiful clay. It's coming up so nice, you guys. So I'll do half real quick so you guys can see. But I'll start cleaning it all up. And you can start to see how it's cleaning it all up versus the white here, and then now we're cleaning up the background on that. See that? Can you see that? Okay, good. So let's keep going. And so I like to just hold it. What's nice is on the Jooltool, you can actually see the bristles as they sweep into all the design pattern. So it's not like you're working upside down like a regular polisher this way. You always have to look at it. Here, if you look at me, Yarrow, if you want to do a little picture, like a side view of just the main camera, and you can see how I'm looking at what I'm doing. Like, do you see how I can see it? So I don't have to stop and look. I can see it as it's actually working, even when I'm working with brushes. Isn't that so cool? So there, we're done. I just wanted to show you. It shows that thing. So now we're just going to take it to a polish. Here we go. So I actually like this one so you can loosen these. And I need to get into this area. Do you see how tight that is? So I'm going to actually use this thinner one because it'll benefit me greatly. Oh yes, here we go.
Let's see. So we have a question. They wanted to know what was the disc that you
I
had
can't
used
hear
first.
Oh,
Oh, you cannot hear me?
Yarrow. What was the question?
They wanted to know what disc you had used first.
Oh,
So-
first I used the fine scratch eraser, this one. I used the fine scratch eraser. And then I used the soft fine so that I could get into the area that was not so flat. That the one that conforms. I think I did the face. Do you guys remember if I did this whole thing? Oops. Just run over it real quick for a good measure. How about that? Okay, so each grade is going to give you a finer and finer finish. See that already? Okay, so now after you kind of get through the maroon, you kind of get into the blue, and you'll start to see a pre-polish. So if you want like a little sand finish with a little sheen to it, the blue is the way to go. Because you'll see right now it'll give you that little pre-polished look. A lot of people love this look. Some people even like to stay at this level, but I just want to show you like what you can do with the Jooltool. And it's quick, finish that up. But the whole objective is, these are like beautiful pieces, beautiful silver, and it deserves a professional finish. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shame. It's such a beautiful metal. It's when I see it, I have to always polish it. I'm like, you guys, it's too beautiful to not be polished. So here we are at 400 grit. You see that? Now I will go ahead and now the next two steps will take it to a polish. So this is the 6 micron. Now you're not even in grit anymore. You're in micron. So when you're in the micron stage, hold it in a section for a few seconds and just change your pattern. Because what you wanted to do is you wanted to make it a few revolutions in one spot to pick up that pre-polish. And so when I'm holding here, this is what I mean. You see that pre-polish already coming up? See that? So don't go like this when you get to the finer stages. Don't do this. Don't be hopping around. Hold it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, change your pattern, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Like that way you don't have to keep going over that same area. Like basically once I get it done good, I move on. So I like to polish in sections, if you will. So that means you don't have to say, oh, that area didn't come good, I went over too fast. No, take your time in each area. That way it'll assure that oh wow, this is gorgeous. This silver is just beautiful. Look at that. Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to do the other side. And then after this, we're going to do a polish. We're going to start high polishing with my felt wheel and palm pouch. So the objective for these brushes are only for nooks and crannies. If you have like a flat piece like this, I would not recommend you use a brush to do this, honest to God. No. There we go. And my scrubbies are also really good. Okay, so that should do that. So this is what we have so far. That's at the 6 micron level. This is considered a paint color, okay? So now, if we use the green is going to give a higher level of polish. There are now, the knockoffs are out of the market because the 3M patent expired. But the green that is by 3M is the one that delivers this gorgeous shine. The OG, because they have to spend a lot of money to produce this green wheel. It's not easy to produce this green wheel to give it that luster and shine. See that? Compared to the pre-polish down here. So then we'll keep going. So the 3M ones are truly, honestly, really long-lasting and perform like they do, as they say.
We had a question. What do you have on your fingers?
Oh, so these are our 3M vet wrap. These are our finger protective tape. Actually, we sell the green one, but the girl here, we had a pink for my dog Jolie. And so I asked them, you guys have an open package? And they go, yeah, we have the pink one. So these are great. Right before the show, I just cut a little piece off and wrapped it around my finger. So these become usable over and over again. So you can take it off and put it back on. They're like tiny little custom oven mitts they can get. So I like that they conform to the shape of your fingers so you don't lose the feel of your fingertips. You know what I mean? And as you use them, they turn into cloth. But only the 3M ones. Again, the knockoffs, no, they don't work like that. So here we go. You guys, okay, so now we have this. Now I'm going to show you how to take this to really high-end finish. Now also the back could have been cleaned up also with one of my scrubbies. I forgot to mention that. So I could have cleaned the back with the 3M scrubbies as well. I mean, yes, it's true. The Jooltool can do so much. I even get confused. Okay, so now I'm going to take my felt wheel. Okay, now I have a few compounds. If you feel like the scratches are a little much for you to kind of combat, we have our scratch away compound, which gives you a high polish but has a little bit more strength to it. Or we have our Jooltool super polishing compound that is like the jack of all trades, I want to say. So let's go ahead and show you real quick the Jooltool one. Maybe I'll just scratch away on the back. So let me go ahead and apply compound. Don't be cheap. Always give yourself a good amount. And so what we're going to do is first do the sides. Remember those sides that we did not that long ago? Look at this, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay, you sound like you're from the South as well now.
Did you like that? I knew that was going to get you. So
I
just keep going. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's keep going. And you just like kind of just roll with it. And then with the nice thing about the Jooltool is you can teeter-totter back and forth. Other systems, you really have to do fancy movements so it doesn't cut. But the Jooltool is very friendly and very forgiving. It works with you. So we have all this. You have side cam. You want to show the side cam on this, Yarrow? Here, we'll show you some side cam. Look at us. We're all pros around here. See that? Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I want to do the face. So I can do this. So now I'll get a much more, I want to say, flatter polish on the face. Here we go. Because you really want to show off that design. Bring up that polish. And then let me show you one more thing. Let me go. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep this on. We're going to do the back. We're going to do the scratch away. Oops, my bad. So we're going to use the scratch away compound on the back. There we go. And here we go. Remember, this area is not flat, but the compound is going to combat it all and make it gorgeous. The felt wheel with the compound. Yes, thank you, Yarrow. Yeah, so it works on all metals, you guys. So whether you're working with other types of metals, you do see that? Like, look at that. In one shot. You see that? Yeah, it works on base metal clay, works on, we don't discriminate. Jooltool works on any metal. How about that? All my compounds will work on even platinum, for crying out loud. Even stainless. So the whole objective is to get that professional polish without suffering. Did you like that? And I think we're done. Let me go ahead and give it one more. There we go. Okay, see that? The back is polished. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it all off with the following. I'm going to use the green brush just one more time, only because I want to get the compound out of certain areas. That's called my little broom. That's my little technique. If I don't feel like washing my pieces, guys, I'll like use the green brush to be my broom to clean up and sweep up into the nooks and crannies there. Now, to get an ultimate high polish, I'm going to use my pink magic buff. So this is great. This would get into nooks and crannies without, I want to say, rolling over all the beautiful edges that you just put on. Because you guys, you have to know that when you use like a cotton buff like this, it's hard to control where it's going. So it wants to kind of roll everything over and make it into one big block. Whereas the pink magic buff that I designed won't do that. Like, for example, let's go ahead and put this on. For example, like let's say I want to make sure I do the sides without rolling over that beautiful design that we put on. And it'll keep that beautiful edge. Does that make sense? So we'll go ahead and do that. And then you can do the surface, get even higher polish. You can even use the bottom of it. It doesn't want to grab anything out of your hand. I'm telling you, it's my favorite wheel. I designed this during COVID. They're made in Japan.
This is the question. So, should you use, if you're doing, should all your wheels be dedicated to silver and all wheels dedicated to base metals, or can you use different metals on each one?
Now, this is, that's an old age question there, honey. Yes, I hear you, because I get this question a lot. Now, ideally, you should, I'll try. Just real quick, I want to finish the back of this, but ideally, it would be nice to have a spec set for your silver. Number one, because if some of this stuff wears out and they get smaller, you can send it to refining and it won't be mixed with any base metals. So you'll actually get the money for silver on your material. So that is the number one benefit of doing that. Really. And then, of course, if you're working with copper, a lot of your wheels are going to turn orange, let's say. They are. And you are now mixing metals. If I say, if you can afford to have two separate sets, perfect. But it's not the end of the world. You can still make do. I'm not that person. I'm going to figure it out to do it. But at the end of the day, it is best to have. So let me finish the back of this. So we went ahead and polished. Can you guys see that polish right there? You see that? And then we did the side. So now I'm going to do the back. Let's just finish this and we'll be done. We can go and party. There we go. Ooh, baby. Oh my God, this shines up so beautifully. But do you see how this pink magic buff doesn't want to rip it out of my hand? It's so friendly, let me tell you. You're such a friendly little buff. And it's just one of my favorites. So here we go. This is the final result. Do you see that? It's like it's alive. Like, look at that professional look. Like, someone holds your piece, they're gonna be like, "Wow, you made this? That's right, baby, I made it." Yeah, this is exceptional metal. Oh my goodness, this silver is polishing up. Oh, gorgeous, I tell you.
That is sexy looking metal right there.
That's some sexy looking metal, let me tell you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, we got at the back. So remember, everything was done on one tool. And what's nice is I wasn't hunching over, no sticks, no scrubber dub. It's a professional way to do it, but it's very comforting, you know. So I'm done, and I've been recording. We like explaining and doing everything. 22 minutes. Not bad.
And the
And the most important question, where do we buy
the Jooltool?
Well, the Jooltool can be purchased with through help me, Joanne. Wait. The Clay Revolution.
Again,
I am new to the world of.
Yeah, no, Joanna, everyone, yeah. They're doing amazing with the Jooltool. Where's my paper? I had a paper. That paper. Yeah, no, I didn't have a paper. Yeah, give me a paper. Can I have the paper? I'm trying to read it. I can't read. Yeah, no, Listen, you get what you get with me. Everyone who meets me go, she really is like that person we see on TV. I got that TV. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, it is.
You are fabulous.
Yes, Carrie is reselling this Clay Revolution, the Jooltool. We've actually put a special metal clay kit together that answers all of your problems and your issues, you guys. So it's that they've got an amazing kit put together. But one thing I didn't show, and I do think we have a few more minutes. Do we? Yes, no, maybe so. Do we have a few more minutes?
Yes, we have.
Okay, I wanted to show you the 3M scrubbies because I believe this is in one of the kits. It's extremely durable, and I want you guys to know that our version lasts and lasts and lasts. It just doesn't disintegrate after one job. So let me go ahead and show you. So look, I'm gonna put my fingers back on. Look at this, right back on. Aren't they nice little guys? There we go. There we go. There we go. And like I said, as you use them, they become more and more delicious. They become like cloth. So I wanted to show you guys the scrubbies. So our 3M scrubbies are amazing. They come in 3-inch. They come in 4-inch. There we go. So the cameraman. They come in 2-inch, and they also come in double. All of these are available in double, like double. So let me just show you guys real quick why we love these. Yeah, metal clay world. Sorry. Yes, the metal clay world. Where were we at? Okay, so here we go. So like, let's say that we just have just a regular piece, just a little piece right here. But I want to do a quickie. You know what I mean? We need to do a little quickie right here. So the scrubbies are notorious for quickie. Look at this. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, good. See that? Like within seconds, you get that finished. You can just keep going. And it will conform. So obviously this is not a flat piece. Conform. But what's nice is you can go, oh yeah, see like that's the $9.99. And it won't even take off that thing if you don't want it to take it off. But if you have like some indentations here, you can hold it right here and just smooth it out. Oh, delicious.
And
I
I
just
just
want to reiterate,
you
you can find all of this on Metal Clay World, correct?
Yes, metal. Thank you, love. Metal Clay World. There you go. There we go. And then so that was before. That just remind you, and this is after. And so from here, you can go straight to a high polish, if you will. So the scrubbies are also handy dandy little suckers. I'll be honest with you, very handy dandy. What? Yeah, so now I'm using the felt wheel with the Jooltool compound, and you can see the shine
Okay, yeah.
I see that shine pop. See it? What? What? I can't hear.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
I just.
Yes, me or
I don't know. I just was asking if you can see the shine.
Oh my God,
Oh my
it's
God, that's
incredible.
incredible.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Wasn't sure if it was coming through. Wasn't sure.
I'm just over here drooling. I know it's on my Christmas now.
Now, so.
You're so cute. Thank you. Yeah. So that's just a little quickie. I want to say. That's what I call a quickie. And then again, whenever you get like these rub marks, you can always take them off, like I said, with a buff, like a buff would be fine with this. But again, these like to grab out of my hand. They're not nice. For some reason, they have an attitude. So I'll just use my pink magic buff, which makes everyone happier on this life. And so when you use your pink magic buff, just make sure there's really no compound remaining on it. Get a cloth. I like to just wipe off some excess compound because you don't want that compound transferred onto your magic pink buff because this has already like the compound impregnated in it. And wow, this silver is just sublime, gorgeous, gorgeous silver, beautiful. God, it's so clean, the silver. Does that make sense? It's very clean. It's so clean. I can tell the quality of it just on how nice it's polished. There.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow.
I know I'm trying to catch. I know I'm trying. I have a lot of lights in the studio, so I'm trying to catch the shine on that. So yeah, so the scrubbies are great. The great. All like work together for the good. That's all I want to say. They all have a purpose for the greater good of mankind.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Yeah. So here, I'll hold them up and I'll blind you guys. Blinded, blinded. Let me do this. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I know, right? Watch out. Toot, 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 toot. Wow, Yarl. Don't get too close to my face. Okay, there you go. So, you guys, everything that is included in it. Now, I wanted to show one more thing. If you had a piece that you were supposed to be an oval, and it didn't quite turn into the oval you had hoped for, or you just want to change the shape, just real quick, let me show you. You can also get these are our purple ceramic wheels. So they're gritty. They're strong. So they will work like a hand file, if you will. But a hand file that does a gradual grind, and you can see what's happening. So let's say that oh, here, this is a perfect example. Can you guys see that little edge? Can you see how there's a little, it's not clean. The edge is lumpy. So if I wanted to just make sure that edge is nice, okay, I would hold it right here and just sand it down. There, look this. So whatever dimple that was is nice and is down. And so I would make sure all of it is nice and clean. This is actually a really good example of that. See, there's weird stuff. Can you guys see that? There's chunks.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so to get rid of chunks or reshape something, you would enlist the more of the aggressive wheels that do kind of the sanding or filing, if you will. And here's another lumpy dump. There we go, get rid of that. And there we go. So now you see that, how it's nice and clean? And so from here, you can go straight to a scratch eraser and clean that up. There's no need to go through like million sanding steps, if you will. You just hold it right here, and guess what? It's ready for a final high polish.
And how wonderful how quickly you can change the wheels.
Oh yes, yes. So we work with a lot of manufacturers. You know, even Tiffany and Company uses this. It, you know, speed is efficiency. Time is money, baby. They don't have time to be using screws and set screws and tying things down. And so there you go. Look, so now we did that whole edge that maybe you don't need to spend too much time in making sure it's perfect. Because if you have a Jooltool, the Jooltool will clean that little sucker up in a jiffy. You know?
That is amazing.
Yeah, and then again, from here you can go straight to a polish. And I think we did it. Oh wait, Yarrow, I'm sorry.
We did it.
You did it. Okay. What else you got for me?
Well,
I think we will we'll say goodbye unless there's anything else that you want to add.
No, just remember the Jooltool. Listen. The Jooltool's kit for metal clay is an exceptional kit. It has everything that you'll need to clean up. It really is. The Pink Magic Buff is not included in it. I'll tell you that because that one comes all the way from Japan, and they have very strict manufacturing rules. So sometimes we're back ordered on them, and I don't like to put things that might have a back order in kit. So that's the only one that doesn't really come with the kit. But you can buy it separately. But these all can be purchased, and what I love is have amazing like if you have any questions, they don't just say, "Oh, go and call Jooltool." They can handle your scandal. They take care of you. Yeah, Metal Clay World is amazing, you guys. They know their stuff. They use the Jooltool. They know how it's used. So it's not like you're buying it from a random person. These are good people who know their ish. And I love them. They're amazing businesswomen. So, yes.
Wow, that is glowing. Awesome.
And again,
So I'm as the newbie to this whole world, it's Annie, Jolene. Say your name for me.
So my name is Anie.
Anie.
Yes, right here. So Anie Jolie is my Facebook page because it's my name and my little dog's name, Jolie. So that Facebook page was first started as a rescue page because I'm very active in rescuing animals of all kinds. And so people found me, and there you go.
Anie, you are a treasure. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful time here. They have so many people lined up who I love. Oh my God, every single presenter, it's like, I know you, I love you. So you guys enjoy. It's been fun. Thank you so much. Thank you and have an amazing weekend, you guys. God bless you all.
Anie,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, guys.